I'll start recording now just to keep the cat in there because I have to put on the fairy lights or else. Don't mind me. I'm just putting on some fucking lights. Just a moment, just a moment, just a fucking moment. Oh my goodness. The cat is going to be sad.
Is she?
Unless I hurry up and go, she's gonna say no.
This is a charming rendition of a Christmas classic.
I don't know what that is.
I'm about to explain.
Okay, hold on.
Don't worry. You just gotta get the lights.
I mean, yell, Grady, don't leave.
Welcome to two heterosexual men putting lights up for a holiday that is for a religion that only half exists anymore because one of the heterosexual men's weird brother changed the funky style.
Yep, it's grand. Just looking at your cat. No. She is just a cat. She cannot leave. No.
God damn it.
I'm sorry. So first and foremost, my first question has got to be, what's up with the hat?
So there's this guy who is Turkish, which is a country that doesn't exist, but I might be from. We don't know.
Oh, for sure you're from. I didn't even know. Is that really genuinely where that happened?
Yeah, I think St. Nicholas is from Turkey.
Crazy. For sure, that's you. You are the reincarnation of him.
Fuck, man. I might be.
Not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.
Not even a rat.
Not even a rat within my house. Alright, so Turkish? What's Turkish?
It's in theory a country that existed at one point.
Oh my god! Do you not like Christmas? It's Chronicle!
I have another cat. She might stay. We'll see. Welcome to Two Guys on a Couch.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah.
You need to listen to the story of Christmas. Don't you want presents?
St. Nicholas was some guy, and he's like the patron saint of kids.
But you're
whatever.
Nicholas.
I am presumably named after that guy.
That's interesting. Because isn't saints also a Christian thing? Goodbye, creature.
Yes, that is a Catholic thing.
Are you Catholic?
I think so. Again, it's been butchered and reimagined by your weird brother. I think in the legalist sense of the word, I am Catholic.
What is legal?
That's what the birds do. I don't know what legal is. I'm like culturally Catholic. I don't know about physically or spiritually though.
Can you be physically Catholic?
The Pope?
Okay, so Saint Nicholas.
He cared for kids,
delight,
and that's the Chronicles of Narnia, which is another Christian book besides the Bible.
I thought Turkish delights were a candy.
They are, but they're referenced in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which is the most popular Chronicle of Narnia.
I feel like they're referenced in a lot of things.
That's the only place I've ever heard it. St. Nicholas is not technically about Christmas. He comes in later.
Okay.
I don't remember how or why he decides to deliver gifts, which were probably like fruits at the time, to kids on Christmas, but that's like a thing he did as part of his sainthood, and then he got immortalized for it, and so now we give gifts at Christmas, and he's referred to sometimes as Saint Nick or Santa Claus.
Is he giving the kids fruit because they're problematic?
No, he's giving the kids fruit because that was a thing that people did, was give each other fruit.
For being problematic?
No, as a gift.
But I thought
land.
You say all the time, everyone's problematic, bitch, let's get you some fruit.
I don't know where I got that from. That is not from the Bible. Back in the Old Testament, there was shit about a guy coming along who would be like the son of God, the savior of the broken, the beaten, and damned. Take him to see a parade, and then everything would be fine.
Is that what it says in the Bible?
Yeah, that's exactly what it says in the Bible.
In the Old Testament?
In the Old Testament.
That makes sense.
Michelonians chapter
I mean, that
12.
makes sense. The beaten, the broken,
yeah,
the damned. You want to see them a parade?
The sinners and the saints. It's a parade
to celebrate life.
Everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
So God picked this random girl named Mary and was like, "You're gonna carry my child to fruition." And Mary was like, "I'm engaged to this guy named Joseph. I don't know how that's gonna go over." And God sent down his angel Gabriel, and Gabriel was like, "Shh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. God's got you." Joseph will understand.
She had sex with God? Are they poly or are they open?
Is that not the same thing?
No, it's not the same thing.
Being open?
Being poly is when you have like multiple relationships. Open is when you like might have sex with other people.
You fuck around and find out?
Yeah, so which one were they?
I don't know.
Well, shouldn't you?
It doesn't say in the Bible.
Using your knowledge, what would you speculate?
Mary was chosen because she was seen as like pure of heart.
But Joseph was cool with it?
Yeah.
So are they poly
Gabriel
or open?
Both of them.
So are they poly or open?
I guess open.
So they're not in a relationship with God.
Well, no, they are. Everyone's in a relationship with God. So that happens.
Okay.
Gabriel comes and is like, "Be not afraid." And
Gabriel's the one who comes?
Yes.
He's the one who does the deed?
No.
You just said he comes.
You
just said he comes.
It's divine conception, as in there's no sex, there's just a baby. And the baby is named Jesus, sometimes known as Yahweh, which I totally butchered because I don't speak Hebrew. And it's like a big thing because in Jerusalem, they had these like annual or biannual census things where everyone had to come to where they were born.
There's a lot of coming in this story.
Everyone had to go to where they were born. Joseph and Mary, who's like super duper pregnant at this point.
Okay.
Go
Wait, what do you mean? Like they have to go
to get to count in the census?
Why?
To see what the population looks like.
They have to do this?
Yeah, it's like a rule. So they go to Jerusalem.
Why didn't they just log into the Merrill internet?
They didn't exist yet.
Oh.
Merrill didn't exist yet. This is pre-Merrill.
How pre-Merrill?
There's BC, which is before Christ, and there's also BM, which is before Merrill.
Oh, okay.
That's how we define time in this era. Like a lot of BM.
That's also a
very
word for,
BM.
You can't keep saying that because it's also a word for bowel movement. So you can't.
I thought you were gonna say baby mama.
No, BM means bowel movement.
Oh.
So you gotta stop referring to Merrill as a poop.
She's about the size of one, so it's fine.
Oh my god. Oh well, I can't say that yet. I don't know. Keep talking. Maybe I can by the end of this.
So
maybe we should put a warning on this. Do not watch this if you're actually Christian.
If you are Christian and get offended by inaccurate retellings of the Bible told through a priest who asks for money and this thing, maybe click off this video. It's not for you. So they're going to Jerusalem. They're on a camel, I think. I don't know if that's real. I think we may have just decided it's a funky looking guy. It's like a Thomas, but it has 4 legs.
Okay.
And it has like a weird face that's like a human but long, and it has bumps on its back.
Okay. It sure is a guy.
Yeah.
I want to draw a picture of him later.
So they ride the camel. Mary's like super duper pregnant. They get into Jerusalem.
So she also has a bump.
Yes. There are 3 bumps in this story. So they drive up
What
to
does this have to do with St. Nicholas?
I will get there when I get there.
Why'd you start there?
You asked about the hat.
This is a long story, clearly.
It's kind of a short one. If you'd let me speak, it'd be shorter. They get to the hotel, and the hotel guy is like, we don't have any room. Everybody and their mom is here for the census thing. So they're like, fuck, we're about to give birth. Can we go somewhere? And the guys are like, I got some cows. You can hang out with them. So they go to the barn.
What about the hospital?
Those don't exist yet.
Oh.
That's also something Merrill invented.
Of course.
So,
Merrill, you've done so much for this world.
Right?
Thank you.
We don't respect her enough.
Maybe
and we never will.
Maybe this holiday should be about Merrill and not these other people. Christmas? No. Merrillmas.
Merrill Christmas.
Chris Merrill. Okay.
So they go to the barn, and Mary gives birth amongst the cows and the donkeys and all that shit. And the baby's born in a manger, which is a little like bed, but I think it's like the trough that the creatures eat out of, but it's got hay in it. So that's where he born.
Oh.
That's Jesus.
That doesn't seem very sanitary.
Again, sanitary was not invented yet. Merrill invented that as well. At some point, I think there were shepherds nearby.
What's
with,
a
like,
shepherd?
Their sheep. They
sheep
take care of
shepherds.
sheep.
Right, okay.
Gabriel talked to the shepherds, and he was like, listen, you guys need to get to... Oh, it's not Jerusalem. It's Bethlehem. I'm sorry. I think they were in Jerusalem and had to go to Bethlehem.
How far is that?
I don't know. The shepherds outside Bethlehem are also visited by Gabriel, who's like, you're never going to fucking believe this shit. Go to the barn. So they go to the barn, and they see the baby. And Gabriel's like, yeah, that's the Son of God. And then also these 3 dudes, and it's debated whether or not they're like Middle Eastern or if they're from like Mongolia, but they're called the 3 wise men. They most likely were theologists or something, wanderers, what have you. And they saw a shooting star, and they were like, we have to follow that star. That is a sign. That's a prophecy. That's a big shit going on right there. We got to follow that. So they follow the star, and they bring gifts for Mary and Joseph and the baby Jesus.
Because they knew
that was the Son of God. They were like, this is some big shit, so we got to come prepared. But they go with their frankincense, their gold, and their myrrh, and they give it to Mary and Joseph and the baby.
I have starting to have problems with the story.
Like what? How the star or whatever?
Couldn't it be a possibility that Gabriel was just some guy who impregnated Mary and was like, uh-oh, better cover my butt?
People have theorized about that, but later acts of Jesus kind of make it seem that he was not fully human. So whether it was Gabriel the angel or if it was God himself, because that's also a thing. There are certain sects of religion do not say sex.
I wasn't gonna.
S-E-C-T-S.
I wasn't going to.
That believe Jesus was just some prophet, that he is not the Son of of God, that the Son of God is
Well, because
still
like
in progress.
you can't prove that. Still in progress. How long has Mary been pregnant?
No, as in Mary did not give birth to the Son of God.
What do you mean still in progress?
Like, he hasn't come down yet. Anyway, the three guys show up, and in the Bible, it's implied that they got there like immediately. Realistically, they probably didn't. They probably got there when Jesus was like a toddler.
I don't mean to keep interrupting, but really not sure what this has to do with the red fluffy hat. But I know we'll get there. We'll get there. Did they all go together?
Yeah.
Or did they travel
were from
separately?
the same place.
Wait a minute. If they all came at once, correct me if I'm wrong. I know a little bit. I've heard some stories.
Yeah.
I thought one of them like kind of fucked the other two over by getting gold, and they like it was like a, I'm thinking of a Vine. I'll move on. I think I've seen a piece of media that has misconstrued something in my mind where the myrrh and the frankincense, but I think this was a Drew Gooden joke, like where it was gold and the others were like, come on man, we fucking agreed on a $10 limit. So the guy who brought gold was like
an asshole. Yeah, I don't, that's not in the Bible. I'm gonna tell you straight, that is not in the Bible.
So frankincense and gold are worth the same?
And myrrh.
What is myrrh?
I don't remember.
I know that's Knives' favorite.
I know
that part is Knives' favorite.
Murder?
Yeah, that's his favorite gift that he wants to be brought to him as the new coming of Jesus or whatever.
He thinks he's the second coming of Christ. He is not.
Well, he thinks he is, and he wants murder.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
Well, no, please don't. No.
Well, maybe. I don't want your brother to kill me.
I don't want you to kill everyone else. We've been over this.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Why? Don't get him anything. We're not inviting him.
Damn cold.
Are you saying you want to invite him?
No. I would love to see him in an ugly sweater, though.
He's wearing an ugly sweater every day. You've seen his... what do you want from him? Anyway. That's it. That's the story of Christ.
That's how he's birthed.
Have a good time.
And then when he's 12, he...
Jesus. Right.
Goes to temple with his parents, and he sees that they're, like, selling shit in the temple, which is fucked up. It's the place of God. Why are you selling your little items there? There are other places to sell them. And basically turning the church into a money-making franchise. And Jesus goes, hey, yo, what the fuck? And flips some tables.
For real?
Yeah.
I really would like to know what they were selling. Like, was it like a convention artist alley?
That's what I've always imagined in my head, to be completely honest with you.
Little drawings of camels.
Yeah, little keychain camels and shit like that. But yeah, so Christmas, the original Christmas, is a celebration of the birth of Christ, aka the Son of God.
You were holding your cigarette in a very alarming way. You stopped for a minute. It was uncomfortable for me.
And we celebrate it on December 25th, not because that's realistically when Jesus would have been born, because they would not have held a census in the middle of winter. He was probably realistically born in the spring. Like, he's probably in Aries, which explains so much about his life. But they put him in Capricorn season because the darkest day of the year is December 21st, and they were like, by December 25th, you start seeing the sun more and more, and so it's kind of like a welcoming back of the brightness and the good. That, and also Easter is typically around the time that Jesus' birth probably would have been, and it would have been really confusing that the holidays right next to each other. That, and another old religion that I don't know if it made it onto No Man's Land or not, is called paganism, and they liked wreaths.
And they just wanted wreaths.
They had like a solstice celebration. So their solstice celebration got combined with Christmas being on the 25th to kind of be like, yeah, totally, we're fine with the pagans and we weren't trying to kill you, which is why we have Christmas wreaths and Christmas trees. That's a pagan tradition. And then Saint Nick.
This has nothing to do with anything?
No, it has nothing to do with Jesus.
It's just pretty. I like it.
Yeah, I also
This is my favorite part of everything so far.
Growing up, setting up the Christmas tree with other kids was probably my favorite part of Christmas. So
this is the best part.
Throwing the lights
so
and
far.
shit on it. We had so many ugly ass ornaments. When you have a team of 5-year-olds trying to make ornaments, they do not turn out well.
Who is Nicholas besides
He was a saint.
What's a saint?
It's people who, they're not like prophets, but they're people with very intimate relationships with God, not in a horny way.
I wasn't gonna say that!
In a deeply spiritual and emotional way.
Okay, go on.
I know what you're like.
I wasn't gonna say that! Who's Christ?
Jesus.
Oh, well,
Jesus Christ.
You didn't tell me that.
First name Jesus, last name Christ.
I don't think.
That's why you say Christ on a cracker, because in communion you get crackers, so it's the body of Christ, Christ on the cracker.
So his body on his body.
Yeah. I don't know where the red hat came from.
Well, then what are we talking about?
You asked me to explain Christmas to you.
And you're not doing it. This is a major Christmas symbol.
At some point, they decided that St. Nicholas should be wearing that hat.
Okay.
I don't think he ever did. I think it was one of those, we have to market this to the kids. If you give the guy a red hat, people will buy the red hat.
I'm a victim of capitalism.
Yes.
I bought 2 of these.
Yes.
Actually, I bought more than that. I thought these were a good thing.
No, they are, because they're fun.
Okay, wait. Hold on. Because Saint Nick was a good guy.
Yes, Saint Nick was a good guy.
Why is he a capitalist?
I don't know if he's a capitalist. The greater populace turned him into one. I don't know that much about him.
Well, then what? He's Christmas. You're telling me all this stuff about some guy when I wanted to know about Christmas.
That's Christmas. Christmas.
What's up with that?
That was an added factor later.
I don't think that's true. I've seen a lot of pictures of him wearing this. I think he wore this hat. Okay, yeah, so then explain these guys.
I don't fucking know.
Explain.
I don't know.
Explain.
I don't actually think they're real animals. They might have been.
These are real animals.
Are they?
Yeah. This I actually know. They were real animals.
They were?
They don't have them here, but they are real animals.
So you believe in that, but you don't believe in a camel?
I don't have the books right now, but these are in the biology books that I used to read. Like, okay, you want me to believe this hat is nothing, which hurts me, by the way.
Okay, I don't think
I like
hat is
this
nothing.
hat.
I think he probably had a hat similar to this, but probably with like a flat top instead. Like, you know the funky, like, Russian hats?
You. Hello, come to me. Oh, hello. Hi. I thought she was choosing me, but I was just a stepping stone. Oh, hello.
The hat is probably just a weird version of the actual hat he wore.
This is my Christmas gift. Explain the gifts.
So
What is that? Then what is this? Is that also capitalism?
No, that is a Saint Nick thing.
Okay.
Like I said, he gave gifts, and I feel like it must have been during like a famine or something where there were some children, and it may have even been an orphanage. I don't know. I probably should know. I don't.
I really feel like you might have a guy you're named after here.
I'm pretty sure I'm named after this guy. Basically, there were these kids, and they were hungry, or they were sad or something, and so he went out.
They were sad or whatever.
I don't fucking remember. So he went out and he got them little gifts.
What kind of gifts?
Again, fruit, probably.
There's got to be more than fruit.
Maybe some toys, just things that would bring joy and happiness to children. And so it became a tradition because of St. Nicholas to exchange gifts with people on Christmas, which is still a thing that goes on. And realistically, do not give her a cigarette.
No, this is for later. No. Pretty.
Do not.
Oh my god, she wants a cigarette.
You cannot have that.
You're ruining my bit. Come over. No, do not get comfy on him. I have a bit.
What's your bit? Tell me what the bit was gonna be.
Merry Christmas.
Wow.
These make you happy, right?
Thank you. Yes, I do enjoy these. Even though this is literally the pack I had sitting on the table.
But why does that matter?
Does it supposed to get like a new gift, not just something you found in the person's
Those
closet?
are new. You haven't smoked those yet.
Anyway, that's Christmas.
I don't think you did a good job.
Well, I explained the biblical part.
Okay, well, I was really curious about Mr. Santa, and you have done nothing for me.
I didn't realize that was part of the assignment.
I would like this for Christmas.
Okay, well, you can have that for Christmas. I'll put a little bow on it and hand it to you.
Oh my god!
Anyway, on that note, Merry fucking Christmas. Be nice to the little animals in your life and wear a red hat.
I swear she likes me.